All right, everyone. I've got here is not so much an original, but the best I could come up with without merging and flipping and glitching to replicate the Halo chopper, the UNSC Falcon sweep. I've got everything exploded here. So I'm going to do my best to try to remember. I've only done this twice. Try to remember how I put this together. So, without further ado, let's jump into this heaping pile of mess and parts here. Alright. So at the very bottom layer here, we're going to be using the Deimos Workshop 2x1 to a Deimos Companionway 1x1 to a Ship Bed 200 landing bay. Now underneath this Deimos Companionway 1x1, we're going to be throwing in a 100 DP Slim Docker right to the bottom there. Now, right in front of that, we're going to have, well, right in front of our Deimos Workshop 2x1, we're going to have Pinpoint 4G landing gear. Move this forward real quick. Now in front of our Pinpoint 4G landing gear, we're going to throw on a tile cowling or bottom. Now when you pull this from the vendor, when you buy it, it'll be a tile cowling 4 top. I just select this, flip it upside down, attach it right in front of our 4G landing gear. Now on top of that tile cowling 4 bottom, we're going to throw on, or I decided to throw on, the Commander 500 bridge from Hope Tech. Remember, Dalvik, Valo, Polvo, Hopetown, where we get this. Tile parts come from Volia Alpha, Neon, go in through that gated kind of tunnel past the scanners into the elevator to Neon Core, hang a right, look for all that red, go into Refusion, jump on that elevator, go to Tile Astroneering or Astro Engineering, and on the right side, well, you'll walk out of the elevator, make a right, and a first right in that door down the stairs, Veronica Young, that's where you get Tile. But for this, right on top of that tile cowling 4 bottom, we have a Commander 500 bridge. Okay, what I did next was I threw on landing gears before putting on any more halves, just to have an idea of where I was going with this. So these are from Tile, again, Volley Alpha, Neon Core, Tile Astro Engineering in Refusion. Now these have a couple of different variants. If you're hitting, well, you buy them, they're Pinpoint 3G landing gear, port 4. You can buy, like, you're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. But these have several variants. Clicking right on D-pad, you get the mid, you get the aft. In this case, we have a 4, 2 mids, and an aft on each side. We're going to attach the first one to the Pinpoint 4G landing gear. Then the next 2 mids. Right behind that, on the side of the Deimos Workshop. This aft variant goes against our landing bay. And that we repeat on the other side. Right, so there's the base of it. Almost like looking like a Crimson Fleet Haunt 2, so to speak. Alright, so on top of our pinpoint 4G landing gear and our Deimos workshop, right against the bridge, I throw in control station. Bang. Okay, next up, I throw on the Deimos control station on this attachment point on the top toward the back of that Deimos control station. So this pops on here. Usually using that attachment method, left trigger, right trigger, A, and then I would attach a hab. That's just how I've been kicking things off. Now, if I'm not mistaken, right underneath our control station and behind our... I have two control stations? That doesn't make sense. Make that a core. Deimos control station on top, computer core. Underneath that computer core and behind our control station, Deimos hull A. Right, so either side of our companionway, before we continue, we're going to throw on tile mid-cap port bottom on either side. Now when you buy these from the shop, I think they'll be this way. Don't quite remember, but I just flip it over until I find this variant where that outside curve is facing up. Port bottom, starboard bottom. Alright, move this a bit closer because we're... Alright, next... I don't remember what I did here. Oh yeah, that's right. We went living quarters and an all-in-one berth 2x1 on top of the computer core attached to that back attachment point. So we're attaching it right here. And then our all-in-one berth goes right here. Alright, let's see. Put a lot of parts. Oh yeah, I did my two. This is a bit out there, but I did the two Deimos cowlings. One behind the command bridge, on top of the control station in front of the computer core. That goes there. Another one on top of the computer core against the living quarters. Another Deimos cowling. And that one's on the bottom here. I think that went down here. Yeah, we had a Deimos hull on top of our ship bed landing bay. And on top of that cowling wedged between the all-in-one berth and our Deimos hull A, our reactor. 104DS mag inertial reactor. It's got the best power generation, or power generated, 39, and it's class B. Now attached to that reactor, we're going to throw on our Aurora 11G grav drive. Now the next bit of this, I threw on the Nova cowling 2L bottom aft. When you get this from the shop, from Soul System, Titan, and that'll be a new Homestead. It'll be a Nova cowling 2L top 4. I just hit that left on D-pad, brings it to top aft, and I just hit Y to flip. So now it's bottom aft, and that goes against our hull. Okay, now there we go. Got 2 holes up top. Where's the other bits I had here? Oh yeah, this is what I did next. For the structural parts, Stroud engine bracer. That's gonna go from the back attachment point of the Deimos living quarters, because there's one here and one here. But to cover this up, be kind of uniform, I'll put them like this right on top on either side. So you can see they're right on top of the tile caps. Right? So now we have this open area. Loved that. Completely loved it. So let's see here. I have a whole bunch of crap, but did next the from Stroud, the SA 4330 engines. Those get attached to either end of the Stroud engine bracer. Mind you, these are Class A. These are the best ones. I mean, it kind of gave it that symmetry or that look, although I would have preferred the 2 big old propellers, which, no, we can't really do that in this game at all. Alright, so more cosmetic or structural. 2 Deimos wing A, facing regular forward, port and starboard. These go on either side of our Deimos control station, 2x1. Now we have 2 more Deimos wing A, port and starboard. Those are going to stick right here on either side of our computer core. Now, try and cover up some gaps here. Wait, did I put? Yeah. Dumb. We have Deimos wing D, starboard and port. These are not flipped aft. They're just the regular way. These go on top of either side in front of our Stroud engine bracer on our living quarters at the front side attachment point. This is just how I started it. Like, you don't have to do it that way, but all right. Next up on the bottom, right? So we have our Commander 500 bridge, control station 2x1, Deimos hull. We have 2 Deimos wing A's. Behind those wing A's on the bottom, threw in a wing C, just to give it a little bit of a mean look here. Little bit. All right, so let's see. Yep, perfect. Now we move on to our Deimos all-in-one berth. Now, why did it change that? That should be a infirmary. Because we went from workshop on the bottom, control station, computer core, living quarters, all-in-one berth. At that back attachment point on top is going to go our Deimos infirmary. Right? Now, underneath that infirmary, a Polo 2030 cargo hold. Now we're going to need a couple more of these Nova cowlings, the 2Ls. Remember, we flip them to bottom aft, and we change the variant. Well, we changed the variant from top forward, change the variant top aft, then flip bottom aft. Now we're going to stick one right against our grav drive here. And let's see. Yep, had another cowling here. So we're going to throw a Deimos hull right in front of our infirmary hull A. And another hull A gonna go to the back of our infirmary here. And here's another one of our Nova Cowling 2L bottom aft. And here's the fun part. Now we're gonna grab the Deimos Cowlings, right? This is how they come out in the shop when you buy them. Right, so this one's gonna go right in front of our Deimos hull. Now again, when you buy this, it's flipped 4. You can just click on this, flip it, put it right in the back of that Deimos hull A, pretty much on top of the Nova Cowling 2L bottom aft. Let's just throw these portholes, 2 portholes, even though you can only see out of one of them. Because this is a Deimos hull. I don't have any way to look out of anything here. But on the top of the Deimos computer core, at the back, is porthole aft. So for 2 of those, one on the hull, one on the computer core. This area right here stays open. There's nothing going in there except for 2 equipment plates, 2 turret weapons, and our shield. That's it. Alright. There. Our Vanguard Bulwark shield. That's going to go right in the middle on top of our Deimos companionway. Let's see. Bear with me. I'm trying to remember how I did this. These fuel tanks, M40 Ulysses HE3 tanks. I remember these drop on here on the side of our all-in-one berth and our mag inertial reactor right behind the Stroud engine bracers. And this same thing on this side. I'm trying to cover up the reactor. I don't like the fact that it's all gold and shiny and sticking out. I did what I could to cover that up. Okay. All this came afterwards. Engines. We have Hercules DT-160s, right? Those are going to go slap on the side of, I think they were right here. Yeah. Side attachment points of the Deimos Infirmary. Same thing on this side. That back attachment point of the Deimos Infirmary. Now we're starting to look a little bit like a Halo chopper, right? But in space with engines and a grav drive and, you know, not much else to work with that you... Yeah. So, these 2 Nova Cowlings, 1L, starboard aft and port aft. Yeah, I had 2 right here. On either side of the Deimos hull A. Remember, when you grab these from the shop, I think they're going to be... Yeah, these are going to be starboard 4. So, grab that, right on D-pad, right on D-pad again. You get the back version of it. I need to leave this open because I'm putting weapon mounts and missile launchers here. So next we have 2 more Nova Cowling 1L starboard 4 starboard aft and port aft. Jesus. So one gonna go below our fuel tank. Now notice how, put that down. I'm doing this real time, so you know, there's no voiceover while I'm recording this for y'all. This is all one and done sort of deal. But our Aurora 13 grav drive, which is attached to our reactor over here. I'm trying to cover that up, so I used the Nova Cowling 1L starboard aft. On this side, port aft on this side. That's attached to either side of our grav drive. Trying to cover that up. Okay. Moving on. Where did I put these? Trying to remember. Ah, there they are. Right back here. Put that down. So, we have a Deimos Wing D port aft. Remember, these have Wing D's port here. But if you grab them, you can flip the variant using D-pad. So this is port. All I did with the ones in the back, after duplicating these, I flipped them to port aft. And put them here to cover up this Deimos hull. Same thing on this side. Just below our fuel tanks. Deimos Wing D, starboard aft and port aft. I didn't leave anything behind? Nope, good. Now, no missing modules or anything unattached, but this is our basic body of it. Remember again, this open area stays open. There's nothing else going in there. Right, so from Tayo, you're going to need, what is it, 1, 2, 3, 4 equipment plates from Tayo. So take this weapon. Take this weapon off. So one of these equipment plates, right, is... Stop that. My controller's flaking out because there's times where I open doors and I pull out my weapon when I didn't even hit that button. So I think it might be time to recalibrate or get a new one. Anyway, this Tayo equipment plate goes on the front attachment point of our Deimos infirmary. Right? That point right there. Then we're going to have... take the weapons off for now. We're going to have 2 more. Right? So one is going to go on our Tayo mid-cap, starboard bottom. Remember, you can grab these and flip them around. And the other one's going to go on the other side of the Tayo mid-cap. Alright, now we have one more. And this bad boy is going to go right on Deimos living quarters in that only open spot right up here. Alright. Now, I have 4 of the Hunter Mag missile launchers. And did that purposely for the extra firepower. Now, moving on to more of our structural, our horizon weapon mounts, right? Those are going to go right in front of our Hercules DT-160 engines on our Deimos infirmary. Only attachment point left up there. And remember, you can flip this back and forth. This one's going to go right there on this furthest attachment point, or the last one on the infirmary. Now, to give you an idea what I was trying to replicate, I chose KE-42 cannon turrets just because, I mean, that hull damage is almost 60. So that's going to drop on the equipment plate here, facing out to our port. Now you grab these, you can Y to flip, flip facing forward, flip facing back, and then flip facing port. That's what we want for port side. Same thing is going to be for starboard, another KE-42 cannon turret facing our starboard side. So again, flipping forward, back, port, starboard. Or, oh, you get it. I'm not going to say fore, aft, port, starboard. You know what it is. This last one is going to stay facing forward, and that goes right on our equipment plate here. Now, there's going to be 3 Exterminator 95 megavolt auto helion beams Now I chose these over the 251 Dragon lasers because they, you know, I used that on another build already, and these kick out a lot of hits and a lot of DPS. That one right on this equipment plate here. And there's two more here that we're gonna put on this attachment point on that Deimos Wing A, on the very, well, I mean, you could do that. Prefer to do the second one up just because it's, they're hidden between the Wing D and the Wing A here. You have a little bit of coverage. Now, the Hunter Mag 450s for a count of 4. Those are going to the top and bottom of our Horizon weapon mounts here on both sides. So one here. No, go up. One there. Grab one for the bottom. Go. Should really zoom in. And that one goes down there. And there's our build here. This stays open to try to, you know, replicate the open machine gunner port on the well, if you take a look at the screenshot, I can probably link one in the description, but that's kind of how it would look with Starfield shipbuilder parts. I mean, there's really not much else you can do. Maybe you have a better idea you can come up with, you know, collab, you know, let me know in the comments what you think. And yeah. Yep, that's exactly how I put it back together. Wow, I'm getting good at this. Anyway, as you can tell, nothing was moved. It's all the same. Let's see what I put here. That's an all-in-one berth. That's an all-in-one berth. That's not what I wanted. I guess I was like half asleep when I put this together. Yeah, get a core. That's what I want. Then workshop on the bottom. Bingo, bango, bongo. Alright. How this dropped to a crew of 7, I have no idea. That was a crew of 8 before. That doesn't make sense at all. Save those modifications. And here it is. UNSC Falcon sweep. Now, you probably need some avatar like big people to get in here and operate these, but they're auto turrets, but you can just jump right in here. Look right at our shield here, stare at it. Even go over to the other side. This is the big open area here. I could probably put another, take that portholes out and put another hole right here. And try to cover up that reactor. Well, while we're here, I am going to do that. 'Cause that's
okay, no problem.
Wait. That's a big open space, but that's how it was in the screenshot that I saw. The image of it was a big open space, but me, I don't like that, so buy a porthole, copy this, and put that up top, right? Actually, no. If you come to think of it, it will no longer look like the UNSC Falcon. Anyway, we're hitting half an hour, so I'm gonna go ahead and do a walk through this thing. It'll probably be ladder to ladder to ladder to ladder as you go through it. That's what it was for me, at least. Into the void.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship.
All right, here's our 1x1, our bottom docker, per the usual. We load right into our workshop. up one ladder. Let me look around here. Control station. Oh, there should be another ladder here. Yeah, right here. Why is that a central ladder? I don't know. But over there's our cockpit. Alright, so we jump up to our computer core. Look at that, a little porthole. We can see our reactor right there. 2 fuel tanks. The auto turret, so you can just like stand right here and watch this thing do its action. A little shield right there. Now we're gonna jump up. And here we are. Living quarters, 2x1. Remember, with Deimos it's easier, you can just look at the galley, or the sink and use the galley. Let's go forward into our 2x1, all in one berth.
Not in a long time.
What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4 beds.
What was it like?
Oh, and there's a galley in here too, so there's probably no need for the living quarters, but I just like that aesthetic for, you know, you separate your bedroom from your kitchen and living room. Anyway, here's our next ladder. Boom. See our little station here. This is our infirmary. So you pretty much have everything in here. A really good package. You know, the mass isn't too bad. It's not a big old wonky heavy ship. Andrea, move. Now we go through here. Here's our Commander 500 bridge. I got 2 seats right here, jump seats. Not much going on in here. Oh, I think I know why it dropped the crew count. Because I switched out the 2 control stations and swapped one of them for a computer core. Anyway, we're gonna take what? Hello?
Liftoff looks good. All systems.
She just jumped in my. Yeah, that.
Orbital insertion completed.
All right. I don't need all of my power in those. That's kind of crazy. Wait, take one out. 3 to grav. 218 cruise speeds, not too bad. Let's see what we look like here. We have enough light. Yeah. Drop down a little bit. There it is. I mean, the colors might not be spot on. I'll have to look at a palette or something like that and try to replicate it from there. But yeah, that's it in all its glory. That big old open spot right there for 2 Avatar gunners, because that's a massive guns. Anyway, let's go see how fast this thing can go. 17, 18, come on. There we go. The thrusters. Dang, we're hitting just over 800. Not bad. Not bad at all, sir. Alright, while we're there, we're going to pump up our weapons a little bit. Especially those. And go to Serpentis. And we're at 34 minutes, so I'm going to try to kind of run y'all through this just so we can keep things moving. And Serpentis. Oh, crapola. Is anybody out there?
You shall be judged.
Oh, level 52. What? Johnny likes that. You know, well, my name's not Johnny, but you know, he likes it. Johnny likes it. Anyway, or is it Mikey likes it? I don't remember. It's an old commercial. I used to work with a guy in a meat department way back when, the supermarket in my old town, and he used to go around like that. Give it to John, give it to Mikey, he'll eat it, or give it to Johnny or something like that. I don't know. He's pretty cool guy.
Are you prepared to face
54. Let's see what we can do against you. Not too bad. Where you go? I want to get rid of the little guy first. Low level 38, where are you? Wow, I missed with the missile twice and they just... We'll find another one. I don't want to take up too much of you guys' time, so... This one seems to be the better bet, like Serpentis 6. I don't like those Deimos wings, it makes it all... I don't know. Can't really round it out. There's not much to work with in the shipbuilder or with the vendor parts. Hello?
The great serpent demands blood.
Ooh, yeah.
Their grand drive is crippled. They're not escaping. Target's shields are offline.
Well, that went faster than I would have expected it to. Let's see here. What's our photo mode looking like? Can we get you guys some decent light to check this out? There it is. Starfield space replicated UNSC Falcon sweep. Well, I thank you all for stopping by, checking this out. Definitely, if you enjoy this, if you definitely want to, you can copy it if you want to, but definitely like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments also, and I will catch you all on one of my next builds. I'm not sure when that'll be. I want to take some time and enjoy the game without tinkering with shipbuilder for too much time. But I'll catch you all on the next video. All right, later.